What's up, everybody? How's it going, all my wrestling fans out there? Tonight we are discussing Monday Night Raw, and we're gonna get right into it. This is 2 Ups, 2 Downs podcast, where I give you my 2 ups for the night and my 2 downs for the night. So, we're just gonna get it started, get it rolling with match number 1. It was Finn Balor versus the monster among men, Mr. Get These Hands, Braun Strowman. You know that. And Braun Strowman obviously came out victorious, but Finn Balor put up a good fight on that one. Really good fight. Kevin Owens showed up for commentary, ran his mouth, same old shit. It was a real back and forth match, kind of. I mean, in the beginning, it was half of the match was one-sided, the first half, which was all Braun Strowman, and then towards the end, it was back and forth between him and Finn Balor, but Strowman just came up victorious. Can't really say much about that, you know what I mean? So match number 2 was Seth Rollins versus Jinder Mahal for the Intercontinental title. Okay, so technically, Jinder Mahal won, but he did not win the title. Jinder Mahal won through disqualification. So Seth Rollins is still the Intercontinental Champion, but Jinder Mahal did pick up the victory. And, Seth Rollins was, it was a rough match for him, dealing with one half of the Singh brothers, and then having to keep an eye on Jinder Mahal, and all that shit. Just kind of, it was too much, I guess. I don't know. He got angry, ended up smacking Jinder Mahal with a chair a few times, smacked that one half of the Singh brothers, whatever the fuck his name is. And then at the end, Seth Rollins gets on the announce table and celebrates, does his thing, celebrating, and all of a sudden, wham, to the back of the head, Elias comes out, smacks Seth Rollins in the back of the head with a guitar, falls off the announce table, falls off the stage, and leaves in a neck brace, but he doesn't go on the cart or on the stretcher. He ends up walking off with the neck brace. Match number 3 was Woken Matt Hardy versus Bray Wyatt. Woken Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt versus The Ascension. Now, The Ascension just came over from SmackDown Live not so long ago. So they're trying to make their name on Monday Night Raw. Trying to show that they're back on top. But that didn't work because they were deleted. Yes, they were deleted in that match. I've always wanted to say that, I swear to God. Anyways, Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt pick up the victory. And apparently, just a little side note, apparently, King Maxwell has challenged Michael Cole to a match. But anyways, match number 4, Chad Gable versus Drew McIntyre. Drew's a big boy, so obviously Drew McIntyre picked up the victory. There's nothing much to say on that match. Chad Gable lost last week to Dolph Ziggler. Lost this week to Drew McIntyre. That's 2 losses in a row, but the rivalry is still heated up. But the thing about this is, who is going to be Chad Gable's partner? Because Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler are a team, and Chad Gable's going after him by himself. But after a while, the beatings are going to be repetitive. Chad Gable's going to lose every match, or he's going to get beat down at the end of every match. And someone's going to come and be the hero, and then they're going to team up to take on Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre, and then that's going to be a new tag team in the tag team division, whoever Chad Gable's partner will be. Match number 5. Bobby Roode versus Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens picks up the victory. Bobby Roode did a good job. But anyways, Kevin Owens picks up the victory. Braun Strowman comes out, beats down. He made sure Kevin Owens got those hands. And then at the end, he made sure Bobby Roode got some of those hands also. So Braun Strowman got back at Kevin Owens for earlier in the night. And apparently the B team had a Memorial Day barbecue. Broke out in chaos. Everyone was throwing cake. Everyone, the B team being Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas. And then match number 6. Match number 6 was a gauntlet match with Liv Morgan versus Bayley. Started out, Bayley ended up picking up a quick pin over Liv Morgan. Bayley to belly suplex. Beats Liv Morgan. Then Sarah Logan comes out, and Bayley ends up beating Sarah Logan. So that's 2 of the members of the Riot Squad. She gets knocked out. But Ruby Riott comes in for the third time. Or the third opponent that Bayley faced. Ruby Riott picks up the victory, so Bayley's out of the match. Hits her with the Riot kick. And then Dana Brooke comes out, and Ruby Riott again hits her with the Riot kick. And Mickie James comes out and puts up a hard fight. But with Mickie James, she was not hit with the Riot kick. She was actually, the tights got pulled. 1, 2, 3 victory, And then at the end, it was Sasha Banks versus Ruby Riott. Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan tried to provide a distraction. Did not work in their favor. Sasha Banks ends up making Ruby Riott tap out at the end of the match. Tap out victory, main event. So Sasha Banks has qualified for Money in the Bank. My 2 ups for this episode of Monday Night Raw. Okay, my two ups. First off would be Finn Balor versus Braun Strowman. Just like last week. I said that was an up of mine. Same reason, hard fought match. They both put up a lot of fight. Especially Finn Balor. It's the typical David versus Goliath story that you see in WWE. My second up would be... Oh, man. My second up would be... Seth... It'd be Seth Rollins versus Jinder Mahal. Seth Rollins versus Jinder Mahal is my second up. Because it was a very competitive match. Even though the Singh, whatever the hell his name is, kept getting involved. It was still a good match. Seth Rollins still retained his title, even though he didn't pick up the victory, like I said. But still, overall, good match. My two downs would have to be Chad Gable versus Drew McIntyre, only because it was a good match. But the only reason I'm giving this one a down is because it's not going to interest me until I find out who Chad Gable's partner is going to be. And when that time comes around, hopefully it'll be a good tag team match. And then it'll be an up. But until then, it's going to be the same run-of-the-mill. Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler attack Chad Gable. Or Chad Gable ends up losing until he gets a partner. My second down would be the Divas Gauntlet match. Nothing against the Divas. I believe I gave them a down last week. On last episode of Monday Night Raw, I believe I gave them a down too. But the reason... Which one did I... No, wait, did I give them a down? Yes, I did. Okay, so I gave them a down last week, and I gave them a down this week, only because they're doing these matches too fast. These matches for the Divas are too fast, and especially if it's a main event, it should last longer and be more competitive, in my opinion. If you're gonna have a main event and you're gonna throw the Divas in there, that's all good and gravy, but make sure it's worth it and make sure it lasts as long as it should. So my 2-ups, just to recap: Finn Balor versus Braun Strowman, and Seth Rollins versus Jinder Mahal. My 2 downs: Chad Gable versus Drew McIntyre, and the Divas Gauntlet match. And I know I said next week Enzo Amore would be here on Monday Night Raw, but I guess he never showed up. But stay tuned, because I will be doing another episode shortly, within the next 10-15 minutes, about Enzo Amore. So it's going to be Enzo Amore Part 2 coming up soon. Thank you for everyone watching it and tuning in. Like always, leave comments in the chat below, or leave comments and questions and what you thought about Monday Night Raw tonight in the chat area. And who would you like to see? What superstar, WWE superstar, former or current superstar, would you like to see me try to interview? It could be anyone. I'll try my best to get them on the show, or at least get a phone call with them. But yeah, let me know, and I will do my work and get on that. Anyways, thank you for everyone for tuning in. Thank you to all my WWE wrestling fans, all over the world that tune in. And see you guys in another 15-20 minutes. Bye.